morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Friday the 24th of May 2019. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Okay, let's take a look at the overnight changes and price moves to be aware of, and not the busiest session in Asia and into the London session. What have we seen? Well, cable, the British pound, finding a floor for now against the US dollar. The UK currency up by 0.11% overnight against the US dollar, trading at 126.67.30 shortly before we recorded the video. But of course, the pound is still sharply down on both the week and on a monthly and yearly basis. Elsewhere, it was the New Zealand dollar that was also on the front foot, up by 0.16% against its US rival, taking itself positive on the week, but still well down over the course of the last 30 days or so. The Japanese yen has firmed against the US dollar. Dollar yen trading at 109.48 a short while ago. The yen up by 0.10% against the US currency. And as you can see, that continues a weekly and monthly trend. So risk off still seems to be, or that suggests that risk off still seems to be a flavour for the markets at the moment. Elsewhere, a move I can't quite explain. The Rouble strengthening against the US dollar, up by 0.33%. That's counterintuitive to me, given the prices, or the price moves I should say, that we saw in oil yesterday. And the dollar index, the trade-weighted US dollar, marginally lower, down by 0.07% this morning. That takes its weekly losses to 0.26% and those over the 30-day period to minus 0.47%. Okay then, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. It's a lighter calendar today. We've already had all industry activity index out of Japan for the month of March. Another disappointing figure or data point, if you want to call it that, for Japan and Shinzo Abe and the Bank of Japan. To come at 08:30 GMT, we shall have retail sales data out of the UK for the month of April, month on month, year on year, and both inclusive and exclusive of food and fuel. At 10 AM, the Confederation of British Industry releases its distributive trade survey for the month of May. And then at 12:30 we cross over the Atlantic for perhaps the pick of the day's items, durable goods orders, both inclusive and exclusive of transportation and defence items. A chance to see how much money the US business has been reinvesting in itself. At 1700 tonight, we'll have the Baker Hughes US oil rig count, a look at the number of active drilling rigs operational in the US currently. And then at 19:30, it's the weekly release of the Commitment of Traders reports gathered by the CFTC from this Tuesday, with details of gold, oil, the US dollar, the British pound, Japanese yen, euro, and Aussie dollar markets, among others. Okay then, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight. And first of all, Federal Reserve officials have warned that trade tensions could threaten US growth. This was in a round-robin forum that they did last night. And this comes as the New York Fed has said that current tariffs will cost American households some extra $831 per annum during 2019 and beyond. Bank of America Merrill Lynch has lowered its year-end forecast for the Aussie 10-year government bond to a yield of 1.9% from its prior print of 2.25%, whilst Westpac economist Bill Evans has become very aggressive, saying that Aussie rates will fall to just 0.75% from their current 1.5% by the end of this year. As we've just seen, oil and equity markets have stabilised after yesterday's jitters over trade and growth, although risk-off is not too far away from the market as those moves in dollar yen suggest. And Donald Trump heads to Japan today for an official visit where he will become the first world leader to meet with the country's new emperor, Naruhito. Okay then, food for thought and something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond. And why not think about this? The world has reached a new demographic benchmark, and it's one with significant implications for the global economy, business and consumers. New figures show that 2018 was the first year where there were more adults over the age of 64 alive than children under the age of 5. And the chart here, compiled by Our World in Data, which is interactive and is well worth seeking out online, shows us that we've crossed that point where 64-year-olds have edged out under 5s, but more to the point that the number of 65-year-olds will continue to grow sharply out towards 2100, whilst the projected number of under 5s will flatline, and that will of course significantly affect the world of work and global economies, and the ramifications for that are going to be far-reaching. And that's a topic I'm sure we'll come back to many times in the not too distant future. Okay, it's risk warning time. Please do take a moment to read this risk warning, as trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks, please do contact your Pepperstone account representative, and do take the time, as I say, please, to read this risk warning thoroughly. Thank you for your time today. Just a reminder that it's a bank holiday here in the UK on Monday, so we won't have updates Monday morning, but we'll be back as per normal on Tuesday.